Hi, my name is Juan Cepeda and I have 10 years of experience in the business of barbering. Have working on different barber shops and I am very experienced as a self-employer. I have extensive background in all things related to the barbering. I started working under minimum wage plus commission and then moved to the commission plus tips and then both rental. And now I own my barbershop, my own barber business. Why my experience I will be talking about the specific rules and regulation relating to working and owning your barbering business. The business of barbering starts when you decide you want to change your life by attending a barber school to learn how to cut the hair. In the barber school, you will learn the techniques your career will need to flourish in the barber business. Once you complete the barber school, you will need to pass two different exams, the writing and the practice test. The first exam will be take writing test. You will need to review the following information from textbooks, workbooks, past quizzes and tests, state board rules and regulations, examination of the candidate booklet or materials, and material discussed by your instructor. Practical exams candidates should be competent in their technical skills and ready for state board practical exam. Although performance criteria for practical exam notations vary from state to state, the basic skills or procedures that are usually evaluated for hair cutting, shavings, shampoo, sanitation, and possibly both drying or chemical services. A fair standards testing protocol requires candidates to demonstrate competence with combs, scissors, razors, and clippers. Candidate information booklet should be include information regarding the rules and time frames for the writing and practical exams. It will also contain information of the location for the test, the extent of information made available to exam candidates varies from the state to a state. Some states may produce 12-page book, regardless. Most states now have their candidate information online to easy access. It's very important for you ensure that you review these value test taking tools. After completing your requirements to pass your writing and practical exam and you are a licensed barber, what is your next steps? Find a job? In the barbering world or business, there are different approaches to employment. If you are not quite sure where you will be working in the near future, think about what you really want out of your career, the services you prefer to perform, and the work environment in which you see yourself as the most comfortable. Visit area shops and salons with the intention of finding the right atmosphere and environment for your personality and skills. This journey should not be considered solely. It's a job hunt. It's a job hunt, but rather it's an exploration of the available options. At this stage, you should simply explore those options and you decide which are the most suitable for you. We will discuss the employer options. We have above rentals, is the mostly, commission, employer, or independent contractor. This is the main kind of the jobs that the business of barbering. We see employer status. The most common job recent graduate from barber schools is starting for an employer at shop. Employee, you may work on salary, commission, or salary plus commission basis. You can be expect to be told when are where to work in the form that you require, work hours, how to perform the job, and whether or not a uniform is required. Your clients will more than like be booked for you as an employee status. You will build your own clientele while learning what's working on the business is like. Most shops will provide for most of your materials. Independent contractor status is as an independent contractor, you may rent a chair or work for your percentage of the process of the service you perform, but you must apply for a tax identification number and provide your business insurance cover. You are also responsible for your own income and self-employer taxes. All income and tips are being reported in order of the proof that you are working as an independent contractor for tax purpose. That must be a writing agreement or a contract between the shop owner and you. Independent contractor differs from booth rentals in the form that you have to have your own business insurance cover. And then we see the booth renter status. Booth renter status is a rental agreement. You are actually setting up a small business. This requires a contract with the shop owner, a prepared business license, insured, tax ID number, also, and tax designation as a booth renter or independent business person as a booth renter. You lease space from the shop owner are also responsible for your own clientele, your supplies, your record keepings, workstations, clean and account. The only obligation should be have for the business owner is your monthly week payment, week rent. With booth rentals, you are able to set your own hours scheduling. One good rule to follow is to make sure your clientele is large enough to cover all overhead costs you pay your own salary. When you try to find a job, you need a resume. If you want to try find a job, you need a resume again. The resume is a written summary for your education, work experience, and achievements. So, some basic guidelines are as follows. First, include your name, the address, physical address, phone number, email address of both resume and the cover letter. Second, list work experience and education information in chronicle order from the most recent activities to the earliest. 3. State your objective. Make sure it's relevant for the job. Limit the resume to only one page, wherever possible on the print, on the high quality paper. Always use the correct grammar, make sure, always use the correct grammar, punctuation, and identifications. Include your names of educational institutions from the which you graded. So Now that you are in the way to employment as a file, it's time to either set revise your goals or put them into the motion to achieve your professional goals. Please keep in your mind the follow. Be realistic. Too often expectations are too high, the regal lines of the outcome, the reality is disappointment. For example, it is unrealistic to expect that a new licensed barber will be booked solely during his or her first week of employment. Be realistic when planning goals. Another, look before you leap. Apply this all useful principle whenever a major decision has to be made. Be cautious with the business dealings and always seek legal counsel when your contracts are involved. And keep an open mind. Doing so, doing so can create more opportunities and probably success. Personal and professional ground can be a result of keeping on open mind in a field that is technical and professional advances each year. There, there are always new things to learn, new interests to develop, and new roles to explore. Other tip, be flexible. Timing can be extremely important, and being flexible will help you adjust your circumstance on life. Flexibility and timing combined with realistic goals and expectations may produce a very workable plan to allow you release your full potential in a steady progression of insight, experience, and skills. Another tip, believe in yourself. Release that with a realistic approach, flexibly, and an open mind's goal can be achieved. So, you know how experienced working as a barber and you have built a large clientele that's following you and you are ready to run your own business. So we're talking about your own business, your dream. Many opportunities exist for a sociable career as the owner or manager barbershop. Starting one business is an enormous responsibility that requires thorough and careful research, followed by details oriented implementation plan. Um, Business ownership requires the knowledge and application of the business principles, regulatory and the business law, financial management, salesmanship, human relation skills, and operational management expertise. It also requires the type of the personality that has the ability to see the big picture while multitask all the many factors that help to create a viable your successful enterprise. Barbershop ownership and daily management involve the direct control and coordination for all operational activities. I will introduce some basic business management principles as an overview to self-employer and the barbering industry. There are many tasks that need to be performed when the decisions to open a barber shop has been reached. The following list provides some of the steps required to achieve these goals. Number one, determine the type of the ownership. Is like sole proprietor, partnership, corporation, limited liability company, subcharter is a corporation or franchise. Decide wherever you buy an existing business, start one from the ground up or invest your franchise business. Number two, review current tax law to plan the best worker classification for the business. Number three, retain a lawyer and accountant. Number four, determine the services to be offered and the market to be reached. Number five, determine the type of shop environment desired, including the theme, mode, and decor of the premises. Those decisions, along with the intended market, will help to determine the best location for the business. Number six, find a suitable location. Research costs and design a floor plan. Number seven, create a business plan including a financial protections, budgets, sales estimates, startup costs, and so forth. Number eight, arrange for financing or capital investment. Number nine, plan and research equipment, fixtures, and furnitures purchases. Number 10, establish a record keeping system. Number 11, that's very important. Number 10, record keeping system. Number 11, establish shop policies, processes, and protocols. Number 12, arrange for advertisements and publicity. Number 13, recruit barbers. Here and the train employers is applicable. Number 14 is the last one. Design a plan to establish good public relations with the community. Remember, when setting up a barbershop, be sure to establish a business relationship with a banker, an accountant, and a lawyer before you open up. The services for those professionals are crucial to business successful and should be consulted before signing any contractual document. There are the several types of the business organizational structures that may be considered for a barbershops. Sole proprietor, partnerships, corporation, limited liability company, subcharter as corporation or franchise. Thorough research should be done before deciding which type of organization structure is the most desirable for your individual circumstances. Some of the characteristics to each business structure are described in the following. First, sole proprietor. If an individual has enough money to finance the cost of setting up and operating the barbershop, individual ownership or sole proprietorship shall be considered. A sole proprietor has certain advantages over a partnerships corporation. The owner is the boss and manager. The owner determines policies and make all decisions. The owner receives all profits. Some disadvantages are the owner is personally liable for all the business debits and bears and all losses, and the owner is personally responsible for all business operations. And then we see partnership. Partnership when two or more individuals share the ownership of a business at full. Not necessarily equal 50-50. One reason for forming a partnerships agreements is to generate more capital for investment in the business. Other partnerships are based on their partners working together with the business with small goals and responsibilities. There should always be writing agreement defining the rules, responsibilities, and percentage ownership each member. Some advantages are more capital is made available to keep to operate a business, work responsibilities, and lose our shares, combined with abilities and experience assist in the solution of the business problem. Some disadvantages are each partner is responsible for the business action of the other. Dispute the misunderstandings may arise between partners or become irresolvable. Each partner is personally liable for all debits of the business. Then, corporation. When three or more individuals intend to operate a barbershop, a corporation may be a good alternative to a partnership. A corporation has the advantage over partnership in that its stockholders are not legally responsible in case of loss or bankruptcy. Other factors associated with a corporate organization structure include the division of profits is proportional to the number of stocks owned by each individual. A charter is required by the state and indemnifies each individual in the corporation. A board of directors governs the management, policies and decision making in a corporate with the corporation's charter. The stockholders cannot lose more than their original investment in the corporation. The corporation is subject to taxation and regulation by the state. And then we see LLC, Limited Liability Company. The formation of the LLC company is yet another alternative business structure for the barbershop owners. An LLC can provide owners with the protection from acts or debits associated with the company. There is also flexibility in how a LLC is taxed. Owners can choose from the self-proprietorship tax structure or corporate tax structure. The LLC business structure has become very popular with the small business. Some benefits are manager guidelines are flexible and similar to those of the partnerships. Tax advantage derive from the profits and loss factor at the individual level. There is no taxations on the company itself. Members bear limited personal liability for business debits as an in a corporation. Owners' salaries and business expenses are deductible as in a corporation. Some disadvantages are the majority of LLC owner or membership will have to pay self-employment taxes. There is a lack of uniform statutory regulations from state to state. Two members are required to order to meet a criteria. And then subcharter is a corporation. Similar in structure to regular corporation as a S corp, also has some features of an LLC. In the double taxation of the company earnings is offset by reporting income to the owner's income tax return. One of the advantages an S corp as over an LLC is that employment tax is paid only one employee owner's salary will impact only part of the total earnings. And then we see the last one, franchise. It's a form of the chain organization with a regional or national name. A consistent imagine and a proven business formula that is used through the business location. Depending of the company, the initial financial investment for a new franchise may be expensive. Wherever franchise or typical provide expert business support and training in additional to a business plan and broad scale marketing campaigns. Decisions such as location, size, decor, and pricings are usually determined by the parent of the company, and employers receive the same benefit as in a corporate ownerships and salons. Okay, too many things. So ready to establish a barbershop. If you are ready to establish your own barbershop, you need to see too many things before. First, services and markets. When it has been decided which services are to be marketed to a specific group or groups, vital starting point has been established from which to develop the barbershop. Those decisions will initially serve as a guide when choosing the shop location and design. Next, they will help you organize your tool concerns the equipment, products, supplies, and all your required service to the clientele you hope to attach. This information will then be used to develop the business plan, estimate startup costs, design a marketing strategy, and secure the necessary capital. Find your location. I know. Location is mantra assumed by many small business owners, especially those in certain industries such as barbering. Visibility visibility, parking, sign, competition, even public transportation access are just some of the features with a good location. After the site has been selected and before signing a lease, check the local zoning ordinances to make sure certain that the area is zoned to permit the operation of barbershop. Before signing the lease, it should be read careful and clearly understood by the parties involved. Be sure to have in a be sure to have an attorney review and list to ensure that it contains all provisions and agreements made between the landlord and you, tenant. A business plan is a necessary tool to obtain financing to provide a blueprint for the for the for the future's ground. When the location of the bar or the shop has been decided and the lease is signed, it is time to formalize the layout of floor plan of the barbershop. The shop should be designed to achieve maximum effectivity and economy of space to ensure a smooth operation and traffic pattern. The right kind of the publicity is important because it acquaints the public with the various services offered. To be effective, advertising must attach and hold the attention of those individuals to where it is directly. It must it must create and decide for the services or merchants or offer. Operants successfully barbershop is the next one. You have the barbershop already, so how operate in you a successful barbershop? Well, there are many factors that contribute to the success of the business. The key to the prosperous barbershop is to take care of the customers, excellent service, courteous attitude, and professionals environment promote referrals and repeat business. In order to achieve these standards, the owner or manager must guide employers and the daily operation that contribute to overall success of the shop. Since the success of the business depends large on the quality of the work produced by the staff, consider the following when the interview prospect employees. Number one, personality and attitude. Image and personal grooming is relates to the barbershop environment. Communication skills, level of skills in the clients they bring with them. Okay, there's a selling in the barbershop. It's another thing. You have a businessman just selling in the barbershop. The success of the any barbershop is based on the professional skills and selling ability on its personnel. Revenue is derived from both the perform for the services offered and the sales and grooming aids. The ability of the professional's barber to sell additional services or grooming supplies can greatly influence earnings and profits and it also helps maintain the look you work hard to achieve. The psychology of the ceilings. Successful ceiling requires a clear and definite understanding of the client's need and desires. It doesn't matter how good a service or grooming AID may be unless the client feels a need for it. There will be no sale. To close a sale, the client must perceive the receipt of product is necessary. Usually, the sample require an explanation of the benefits or clarification and understanding. A hard sell approach should never be used. Some motivational factor for purchasing services or products are based on the desire to. Number one, improve appearances. Number two, improve social relationships. Three, retains one's appearance. Number four, get the most value of the money. Four, feel good. Clients usually resent high pressure selling tactics and care most be taken to avoid creating. Antagonists instead to confidence. The approach should be softly, friendly, honest, and sincere to encourage the client's confidence to the barriers you demand. Well, we have covered several themes today regarding to the business of barbering. There are any question, please contact your state barber boss. My name again, Juan Cepeda. Thank you so much.